Welcome to the Shortwave Radio channel, and this is a chart of the solar cycles since 1975, and you can see that, of course, the cycles of the 80s and 90s, even early 2000 were pretty strong. Now, the reason we talk about this is because there's new information about the arrival of the solar max for solar cycle 25 that we are right now. So there's a study group that actually, a group of scientists that actually have looked at past solar cycles, and they have looked at an event called the Termination Event. So the Termination Event is a pretty new concept in solar physics. It's the period of time when the magnetic field from one solar cycle goes into the next solar cycle, meaning when you don't see any more sunspots from the old cycle mixed in. That's the termination event. And so that simply means now we are into the next cycle. So that event, they have observed all the past solar cycles when it happened. And they observed after that happens, when is solar maximum happening? And according to that new study, it's pretty predictable when the solar cycle maximum happens after a termination event. So using that data, and let's take this with, of course, our own critical eye here, because we know how already all of the predictions of solar cycle for solar cycle 25 are wrong, because we see that this cycle is getting much stronger than predicted and so on. But still, let's, it's a new concept, and maybe they have a thing here. They're talking about the fact that the termination event that happened for solar cycle 25 happened in mid-December of 2021. So this means that if that is the case, mid-December 2021, it tells us that the maximum should appear late this year or into mid-2024. That means we're getting close to solar max already, a year earlier than predicted. And that this solar cycle will be twice the size of the last cycle, solar cycle 24. So the good news, a stronger cycle than predicted. The good news, we still have a few years of high solar activity. Don't panic because solar max might arrive earlier. It simply means, we're going to enjoy great propagation this year, next year, and even in 2025. Solar cycles, don't drop real fast. They take a few years to drop back. So we'll have still a few years, but it might arrive a little earlier than predicted because of that. So we're going to see. It's going to be very, very interesting. The solar max for this cycle 25 is expected to be at a monthly sunspot number of 184 plus or minus 63. And that would mean that solar cycle 25 would be twice the size or twice as strong as solar cycle 24. So that is the latest info we've got. And of course, propagation is amazing. Check it out. The higher solar activity is bringing the higher frequencies alive. Lots of signals coming in from Asia. This morning, just to let you know, here I live in Montreal on the East Coast of North America. KBS World Radio 15575 from South Korea was really strong at 13 UTC in English. I had also at 13 UTC a fairly good signal from Voice of Korea from North Korea on 11710. There was China Radio direct from China on 15590, real strong, and tons of other signals and to tune around. So check it out. It is the time to listen. It is the time to do ham radio. It is always the time to do so, even at solar minimum. But now we're getting some amazing propagation also. Check it out. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, give us a thumbs up. Thank you for watching.